In this video, I'm going to talk about how to write and submit your algorithm for the Knapsack assignment. This slide shows the very basic instructions, but the assignment document gives you some more details that can fill in some of the blanks. First of all, to implement your Knapsack algorithm, I will give you a link where you can download a Python program called knapsackdev.py. Dev is for development. This is the program in which you will develop your Knapsack algorithm. And in particular, you will implement your algorithm in a function that I've already established in that program, which is called load_knapsack. So let's take a look at knapsackdev.py. So here it is, and in the main part of the program there's a bunch of code here that will tell you how your algorithm is performing applied to about 8 problems that I have in a database. So the first thing you're going to want to do here is make sure you can access the database. I'll give you instructions on how to download a dump file of the MySQL database and install it in your server instance. What you're going to need to do, though, is to put in the MySQL username that you're using on your computer as well as your password so you can access that database. Unless you set up your computer in a unique way, this IP address should work, and Knapsack is indeed the name of the database unless you have changed it somehow when you restored the dump file. So basically what you're going to do for this assignment is you're going to go to the load knapsack function and you are going to implement your algorithm here. The parameters or the arguments that this function takes are first items, which is a dictionary that has as its key the ID number for each of the items that could potentially be put into the knapsack. And the values for the dictionary are a 2-tuple, the first element of which, or the 0th if you're using the index, is the volume of an item, and the last element in the tuple is the value of the item. The second argument that comes into the function is the knapsack capacity. Both of these items will be passed automatically to the function without you coding anything. The code for doing that has already been included in this program. Unfortunately, I can't run this program on the computer where I'm recording this video because it doesn't have MySQL installed, but we'll demonstrate in class what the structure of the items dictionary looks like. Then in order to implement your load knapsack function and implement your algorithm within that function, what you need to do is, for the variable my team number or name, is in a string variable, put your username for the William & Mary computer system or your name in some form. Items to pack is a list that I've established for you, and this is going to be the list into which you will put the keys from the dictionary that identify the IDs for which items you want to pack into the knapsack. I've provided 2 variables for you here if you choose to use them in your algorithm. Load I've used to indicate what's the current load in the knapsack as you select items to put into it, and value, what's the value of the items that you've included in the backpack. And as you include items in the backpack, you can update these appropriately. And I've actually included some code. It's not a very good algorithm, but some code to demonstrate how to do this assignment. And simply what I've done is I've established a variable called pack_item, and I've set that equal to 1. 1 in this case would be the ID number or the key in the dictionary indicating that I wanted to load item 1 into the backpack. Then I take my list called items to pack and I append to it that integer ID for item number 1. And in these 2 statements, I'm updating my load and my value appropriately according to my decision to include item 1 into the knapsack. And this return statement, please just leave this alone so that you return the right values back to the main program. The first value to return is your team number or name, and the second item to return is the list of item IDs that you have included in the knapsack. In the case of this program, you can run it and see your performance of your algorithm over about 8 problems or so that I have in the database. Once you've used this knapsackdev.py program to construct your algorithm, what you'll need to do is copy that function, Control-C, include or create a new document, paste that function in, and I've asked that you save that program as a Python program called knapsack.py. And so I'll save that. And then what you need to do is take that program and copy it and go to a network folder, and I've given you instructions on the PowerPoint, and these will be in the assignment document as well. But the /jonesfiles.campus address is the folder that you want to put your knapsack.py program in, where in the square brackets that last argument, username, should be replaced with the file that has your username as its title. For me, my username is jrbrad, and so that's the name of my folder if I was to submit this assignment. And so I'll go there, and we'll see if I still have the knapsack.py file in my clipboard. I do, and I'll paste it there. And what I've done is I've written a program that will go through the student folders. It will retrieve your functions, will execute them, score them, and put your performance in the database that I'm maintaining, and subsequently on a leaderboard that I will post online and give you a link in the course Blackboard site.